It's happening. Jordan Davis, the beast, is getting ready to come back. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. Remember, Eagle fans, remember, you're 10-1, baby. You're 10-1. Best record in the National Football League. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to those out there trying to say that we ain't nothing. Nah, we're the best team in the league. Now, it looks like there's a possibility Jordan Davis may play, and God, we need him for our running game. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, just make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe. Daily Eagles content, NFL content, you definitely don't want to miss. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube's acting weird. It's amazing, like how many people come to me and tell me I'm getting unsubscribed at the same time. It's like it happens in bulk or something, you know? So anyway, I don't know who's texting me. Don't text me while I'm speaking. But, so just double check. I appreciate it. Now, we got some news going on with the Eagles. The biggest thing, and the most important thing, comes from Adam Schefter, who says, Eagles now have opened the 21-day practice window for defensive tackle Jordan Davis. He could play as soon as Sunday versus the Titans. Thank God. Thank God, because we could really use him this Sunday versus Derrick Henry. Now, to kind of make that move, the Eagles have made a few other moves, right? Eagles have released Marvin Wilson from the practice squad, signed back wide receiver Auden Tate, wide receiver Kawan Baker, and offensive lineman Tyrese Robinson to the practice squad, and opened the 21-day window for defensive tackle Jordan Davis. Now, this is important, okay? This is very important, because if Jordan Davis is back and he's healthy, you understand, I understand, we all understand, that cat running around like crazy understands your run defense is a lot different with Jordan Davis than with when he's not there, okay? Even with the additions of Linval Joseph and Sue, having Joseph in there is having Jordan Davis in there is going to be tremendous for the Eagles. It's going to help that run defense tremendously. And look, the one thing I look at with this game versus Tennessee coming up, and we're going to do the preview prediction on Friday, but the one thing that worries me about this game, of course, is Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans run game. I feel like if the Eagles can move the ball and score points and get ahead, and you kind of take Tennessee out of that running game and force them to abandon it, the Eagles will win this game, no problem. But Derrick Henry is a problem. Derrick Henry, this cat is crazy. I got this crazy. Come here, crazy cat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, so this is Maximus. He's a cat from my previous, the litter we just had. I kept him. I had to nurse this boy back when we were like, he was real small. Like, first couple of days, he got a giant cut on his face by his mom by accident, trying to go out of the cage. And it like caught on like a sharp point. And I was like, oh, this cat ain't going to make it. It's too small. The cut was huge. But I nursed him back to health. And there's no way I could get rid of this guy. He's too close. So I call him Maximus from like the Gladiator, because he's just one tough dude. He had this giant cut trying to feed with all the other cats. They're kicking his face. The cut keeps opening. And he made it. He made it. So I had to keep him. Anyways, he's running around like crazy. He's an Eagle fan, though. He's an Eagle fan. Now, as I was saying, Jordan Davis, having him back is huge. It's huge. I forget what the exact statistic is, but there's a significant difference between when Jordan Davis is in versus the run and when he's not. For a while, it was at least like almost like 10 yards a carry or something like that, at least the first few weeks. But it's very significant. This team is decent against the run when Jordan Davis is playing. And yes, Jordan Davis is going to have things to work on. I think he's got to get better conditioning-wise. I think he's got to become a better pass rusher. These are things that he's got to develop and learn, and especially this all season. Now, will Jordan Davis play versus Tennessee on Sunday? I don't know. They've opened the practice window, which means he's open to practice. Doesn't mean he will play. It just means that window for him to return is open. You got to bring him back only at 100%. If he's 85%, I don't bring him back. If he's 92%, I don't bring him back. If he's 98.7%, I don't bring him back. 98.7% is the amount of fat in Mark Holmes' veins. I'm a little higher. I'm like 99.1, but I'm working on it. So I don't want to hear shit. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Jordan Davis. So I don't know if he's going to play Sunday or not, but the window is open. And if we could get him on the field, and if he's 100%, because he's got to be 100%, no 92%, 98%, 99%, I want him 100%, maybe even 110%. Then the question is how conditioned and how in shape is he? Because with the ankle, could he do cardio? Was he swimming? Was he doing the bike? Like, I hope he stayed somewhat in shape so he's ready to go, because if you look at him every week throughout the course of this year, his snaps continued to go up more and more and more and more. And I think part of it also was conditioning. I remember the first couple of weeks, it was like 2 plays and they'd show him, he'd be like, and he'd be sucking all the air out in the world, and the players couldn't get too close where they could get like vacuumed in. You know, they get vacuumed in because his mouth was so big, he's so big, they just sucks in all the air. But then by week 4, week 5, all of a sudden, he's 2-3 plays. He's like, I'm good. So he was getting better, conditioning wise. It's something he definitely has to work on. But Jordan Davis coming back, to me, is absolutely huge. Is absolutely huge. We'll see what happens. If it'll be this week. But it's going to be within the next few weeks. And God, we need him. And it's going to be interesting, too, to see the rotation. I'm very curious how they're going to work the rotation with Sue, Linval Joseph, and Jordan Davis. So, but the sooner I can get Jordan Davis in, the better. There's just no question about it. The other thing I got to talk about right now. One, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a stud. Absolute stud. Did you see this thing on ESPN where they were rating all the players under 25? Micah Parsons was one, which I have no problem with that, I guess. And then they had Jalen Hurts at 9. Jalen Hurts at 9. I'm thinking, this dude is in the MVP. He's in the MVP. He's a top 2 MVP guy right now, right? He gotta be. Even if you want to put Mahomes there, I have no problem ahead of him. I have no problem with that. But who else? The dude's at least top 2 candidate for MVP, and he's 9th. I think that Jalen Hurts gets so disrespected by the media and stuff. I just do. I think it's crazy. Anyways, they have him. ESPN has him ranked number 9, and I think he should be at least in the top 5. I don't understand how he's not in the top 5. I don't know. Anyways, the other thing is Jalen Hurts. He is your NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So Jalen Hurts wins Offensive Player of the Week. Well deserved. He totally killed Green Bay, especially with his legs. And, I don't know why some people continue, and this has been going back since as long as I can remember, even back in the Randall Cunningham days. It was like, oh, he runs too much, he's a running quarterback. We don't need running quarterbacks. And look, I think that's old school philosophy. I think running quarterbacks are dangerous. Dual threat quarterbacks are dangerous. You just need to make sure that you have a quarterback who doesn't take unnecessary hits, who knows how to get down, know how to slide. If you look at Jalen Hurts in open space, let's say he breaks the pocket, right, and he's going, for the most part, he slides and he gets down, he goes out of bounds. I don't think he takes bad hits from there. Some of the worst hits actually come from inside the pocket, to be honest with you. Where I get worried about things is when the referees and the league don't protect him like they would protect other people. Like, for instance, in that Green Bay game, he slides, still gets hit in the back of the head. It's crazy cat. But he still gets hit in the back of his head. No flag. I've seen this guy slide multiple times and get hit. And they don't call it. As soon as a quarterback goes into the slide, that's giving himself up. You're not supposed to be able to touch him. That's the rule. If that happens to any other quarterback, they call flag. But they don't with him. And I don't understand it. I think he should be protected more. But Jalen Hurts is a dual threat, triple threat when you include his mind and his leadership and all the other things that he gives you. And to me, that's why I have him as a top 2 MVP candidate right now. Top 2. Him and Mahomes. Now, I have no problems if somebody wants to say Mahomes is the guy right now. I have no problem with that. But it's at least between those two guys. That's what it is. I think Josh Allen has fallen off, and I don't think he's up there right now with those other two guys. But Jalen Hurts continues to impress. He continues to impress, continues to win, continues to get the job done, and continues, in my opinion, from the media, doesn't get the respect he deserves. But getting Player of the Week by the NFL tells you how good he was versus Green Bay. Because let me tell you something. He was absolutely fantastic. And he made some really nice throws. And he can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his legs. No question about it. The last 2 weeks, he's been beating teams with his legs. But before that, games like Minnesota, he beat teams with his arms. And he can do it again, and he will do it again when necessary. I don't know if or how teams are going to play the Eagles in Philly, in cold weather, in the playoffs. I think home field throughout is such a huge thing for the Eagles. It has to be done. Has to be done, and the Eagles have a pretty good chance at getting a Super Bowl. Just my opinion. I should be back later today with another video. I have a bunch of channel membership videos I just have to do thumbnails on and then start uploading. So you channel members will see that as well. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Man, I'll tell you this. So yesterday, my kids were like, "Hey, Dad, let's watch the new Home Alone movie that came out I think it came out last year, right?" Yo, this Home Alone movie stinks. It stinks. Some British kid with big glasses. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Can't understand a word he's saying. What a stupid movie. What a stupid movie. That may be one of the most horrible remakes I've ever seen besides Last Jedi. That's the worst movie ever made, by the way. But horrible, horrible. Now, I've watched some good ones. Guardian of the Galaxy was pretty good. That was hilarious, actually. I also watched Christmas Story Christmas. If you watched and like the original, you'll like it, especially the last hour of it. That's when the show really takes off. There's been some good ones so far, but that Home Alone crap stinks. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your kid time. Do something else. Play checkers or Risk or something. Do something. Read a book. That movie stinks. Denzel Washington out.